Hi everybody, we're going to get started today by playing you two videos. The videos are very short. The first is called The Problem and is about 38 seconds long. The second, just a little longer, is called The Solution. Now the purpose of playing you these videos is to quickly bring you up to par on what this technology is and how it works so that we can actually dig in on this webinar into the details of it, of how to get it set up on your website. Let's get started.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
On average, only 2% of your website visitors will actually make contact with you, which means 98% of the visitors that expressed interest in your ad or website came in, looked around, and left. With the attention span of visitors decreasing through the years, you can expect a visitor to leave your site if they don't locate what they're looking for in under 6 seconds. This means many of the qualified visitors to your site that might have engaged with you move on to alternative competitive sites that might have caught their attention in those few sacred seconds. Bottom line, you lost the opportunity to win that sale. Or did you? What if there was a way to know who these people were? Have accurate contact information on those visitors so that your sales team can develop them into quality leads by nurturing them all on autopilot. Let me explain. We've created a tool designed to reveal the identity of your unknown website visitors and provide these visitors to you as hot leads so that you can follow up with them right away. We deliver the leads to you through our powerful built-in CRM system. This CRM system will allow you to organize your leads, set sales stages, track communications, and more. If you prefer to use an alternative CRM, we are integrated into some of the best technologies available online, like Salesforce.com, Infusionsoft, Zoho, SugarCRM, and more. If you'd like to put your lead system on autopilot, we offer a wide range of integration into autoresponder systems like Aweber, Constant Contact, GetResponse, and MailChimp. You are paying for 100% of your traffic but realizing only 2% conversions. Isn't it time you turn that around? Isn't it time to unmask the 98%?
So in a nutshell, guys, what this technology is it's the ability to create digital DNA on the actual visitors that are coming to your website. The technology will identify who those people are and then go out and enrich a digital profile around them and then provide that back to you in the form of a lead. It's pretty amazing. It's unbelievable if you think about it. But that is what the technology is. In this webinar today, I'm going to show you how to hook it up to your website, how to connect it, how to generate leads, and we're even going to run a real campaign that you can watch over my shoulder as I do it and see the leads that I generate. It's going to be a ton of fun. Let's get started. Okay, assuming your account is set up and activated, you're going to want to first connect it or tether it to an autoresponder platform. And the reason I do this is because when the system goes out and generates a new lead for me off of the visitors that are hitting my website, I want to automatically have that person moved into a list into my autoresponder platform and automatically start receiving those drip marketing messages. And so to do that, I have the option to tether the system to an autoresponder platform. I do that by going into this area here and simply clicking on my favorite autoresponder. In this case, I'm going to use MailChimp. And when I do that, it'll ask me to connect the accounts together by adding my API key. And this may seem a little bit technical, but it actually isn't. Inside the back office of your MailChimp account, you can actually generate your API key and you just paste it into this area here and hit the button. When you do that, it's going to automatically pull in all your different custom audiences that you have in MailChimp. These are lists. These are email lists that you can select which one of these lists you want these leads to go into. So if it's just general people hitting your website and you want them to just go into your general email list, then you can select your general email list. But if you have something more targeted where maybe you just want the people that are hitting your buy page to go into a list for buyers, you can do that as well. So that's the first thing you want to do, is tether the technology to one of your favorite autoresponder platforms. You can also tether it to your different sales platforms, your automated sales platforms like Salesforce or SugarCRM and things like that, where you might already have automation set up. But But this is one of the important things you want to do, because this is really similar to set and forget marketing. Once you get this set up, it'll just run in the background automatically for you, and it'll automatically take those leads and move them right into the correct list. And then all at that point in time, you're just drip marketing on them, and you're nurturing those leads to come back as warm contacts and do business with you. So that's the first thing we want to do. Okay, now that we have our system tethered to our autoresponder platform, it's time to actually go and create that little snippet of code that we're going to put on our website. And then that code's going to start generating leads for us from the traffic that's visiting the website. So the first thing we want to do over here is we want to create a pixel. And that pixel is super cool and easy to set up. We're going to go ahead and click here to generate one, and it's going to give you a little snippet of code. Now, it also will show you where you want that data to go to that's associated with your autoresponder for the custom audience and the follow-up. So from here, I can select, okay, I'm going to generate this piece of code. Any leads that are generated from this code being on my website, I'm going to automatically move them into this autoresponder list that's going to follow up with them through email. And so this is how we set this up. It's as simple as just clicking a couple of buttons, and now you've got your snippet of code. Now we need to go take this code and actually put it onto our website. So you have several options here. If you're using WordPress, you can edit the actual WordPress template. If you're using sites like Wix, you can insert a custom iframe code box where you paste it into it. Or if you have access to the back end of the website of your current website, or you have a webmaster developer that can just add the code to it, you basically just take this code and put it right before the closing body tag of the website, and it'll work. There is also another way. If your site is currently supporting Google Analytics and you're running Tag Manager, you can actually log into Google Analytics, create a custom tag, drop the pixel code on that, and then save it, and it's automatically added to your website. So you need to check to see if you have Google Analytics running, and that might be the easiest way to get this piece of code on your website. Nowadays, though, most web providers, if you have a website, somebody you know can actually add that code to it. But once that code is added, the website is now prepared to start generating leads, and we simply go into your back office and we flip the switch on right here, and that turns the system on, and now your system is generating leads from the traffic that's hitting your website, and it's automatically moving those leads into the appropriate email campaign that they need to be associated with. Now keep in mind, we created one pixel. We have the option of creating multiple pixels, which means if we have different products and we want to have a different pixel for each product that moves the data into different groups in my mail follow-up program, I could create a different pixel for each product. Pretty cool, huh? Or if I want to separate out my traffic and just have pixels firing off on maybe a specific page on my website, maybe somebody that's hitting an apply page to apply for a mortgage loan, things like that. So you can decide where you want these pixels to go and what list you want the data to go into. All right, enough talking about the product. Let's jump in and actually do a live campaign and test it. We're going to look at today's date. We're going to make sure that we're just going to look at the results from this live campaign that we run today and see where we start and where we end and what happens. For this campaign, I have various options. I can go out to Facebook and run a campaign. I could do Google advertising and so forth. But for this example, I'm going to use some very dirt cheap, inexpensive traffic, and I'm gonna hopefully have that traffic targeted enough to a specific industry that it works with the ad that I'm popping up. So I'm going to use what's called pop under traffic. And this is where if you go to a website and then another website pops up underneath it, usually people will just close that down and delete out. And so it's not the highest quality, but I'm not looking for somebody to specifically see my ad and engage with me. But if they're on the topic or the category of the industry that I'm marketing to, let's say that I was pushing gun ammo, for instance, and I'm advertising, and my website's going to pop up on all the gun ammo sites, right? right? Well, if in that situation, I'm perfectly fine if somebody shuts down the browser and doesn't look at my ad, because if I'm able to use the pixel and extract their lead data, I can put them into a drip system and then have my automated campaigns follow up with them for future remarketing. And so that's kind of the goal here. When I use pop under traffic, very, very, very inexpensive. You're talking about $5 for about 1,000 pop-ups. So the idea here is if I traditionally spent this $5, I would probably never see a lead from it or an inquiry on my website. But in this case, I'm going to use it, and it's going to go out and take those 1,000 pop-ups, and it's going to go out and it's going to find the users of where those websites popped up on. So if there's a user out there on a gun ammo site and it pops up my ad, it's going to tell me who that user is and move them into my list. And then we're going to see how many, when we're done with this campaign, leads we were able to generate for that $5 spent. So this is kind of fun, but you can apply the same principle to Facebook advertising, or if you're doing Google advertising, wherever your ad's popping, wherever your website's popping that has the pixel on it, the same thing applies to it. So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and create my pixel. And I'm going to move my pixel data into the list that I want to select. So basically, when this pixel fires off, I'm going to move these people into this specific list in my autoresponder platform. And then I'm going to take this code and I'm going to go put it on the website. Now the code's on the website. It's ready to go. I've got credits loaded up in my system. I am going to go ahead and jump over to the Pop Under website to go ahead and initiate my campaign. I'm going to select the category that I want my ad to pop up in. I'm going to put my bid price for my pop-ups in here, and I'm going to go ahead and activate my campaign with my account loaded with the necessary funds. Now the campaign's pending, and once it's approved, it'll start running, and I'll start generating my leads. We'll pause here, and then we're going to go ahead and pick up as soon as the leads arrive. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this campaign now that it's completed. You can see this traffic spike here. This is the traffic we just ran. Remember, it was pop under traffic. We spent $5. We target it specifically to like businesses and so forth, but we hit 919 visitors. The campaign may still be running. I think it'll probably finish out and I'll have about 1,000 visitors total. But I'm going to go ahead and stop here, and we're going to analyze what happened here with this campaign. So out of the 919 visitors that hit the website, it started matching records. It went to work identifying who those individuals were. And when I go into my contacts here, I'm going to pull up the screen, and I'm going to just show you this date here. It says May 17th. This is when we launched the campaign. This is and the cron job that runs this, that basically processes it, does it multiple times throughout the day. But anyhow, this is the most important thing. It came in on May 17th. Now, as I scroll down, you'll see that every one of these records are May 17th. I've already counted these, and I've got multiple pages of leads. All of these are leads, and I've counted them one by one. And we were able to extract from that campaign. Let me just keep going here, and I'll just keep scrolling down. You can see all of those leads that came in, and I'm at May 17th. I'm still going. More leads still coming in. Look at all those leads coming in, and by the time and it looks like they're still coming in actually, because this is actually more than I had last time I checked. But I'm looking at it right now, and I am still going. I'm on my 6th page of leads from this $5 campaign, which is just insanely crazy. I'm still going. Oh, there it is, and it switches. See, May 16th. So we go up here. So by the last time I counted these, we were at 140 leads already generated. And in that short period of time doing what I just showed you. So if you have a product or a service or an industry that you can target and plug this pixel into your website, you have the potential to identify those visitors that are hitting your website and then automatically move them into a drip marketing campaign and use a very various other tools with them to create your audience, to create your brand, and to bring more people back to your business to do business with you. That's what's so cool about this technology. What I want to do next, okay, is you've seen the campaign, you've seen how I set it up, how I launched it, you've seen the results of it. I want to show you now some tools that come with this platform that you can use to help cultivate these leads into a warmer market and even into potential sales for your company. So Pixwalla is made up of two platforms in one. One of them is the ability to extract that lead data and generate those leads for you. The other part of the system is designed to help you market to those leads. And so even though you can connect this with Aweber and Constant Contact and MailChimp and Salesforce, we have our own built-in CRM system that allows you to market better to these leads and follow up with them. So the idea would be the lead would be generated, the email would be sent out to them, they would click on the email, come back to your website, and possibly engage with you by filling out a lead form. Well, when they fill out that lead form, you have the ability from here to generate that lead form, and then when they fill it out, the data goes into this system here. Okay, and these are contacts. I can go inside here and these are my contact lists, right? And when I go inside of here, these contact lists, they're just like Aweber or MailChimp, you can have different lists in here. You can set up what's called automation. And automation will allow you to do things with that data automatically. For instance, if I was a real estate agent and I wanted to give out relocation kits, somebody could go to my website, fill out the form, and then their data would go into this system, and I would have an automated service set up in here that would automatically ship them out, direct mail. It would send them out in the mail, a welcome letter with the relocation kit. And I can actually set up that direct mail piece right here to go out to them. And so they don't have to go to the mailbox. They don't have to go down to the post office. They don't have to print anything out. They just upload it in here, and then they set the automation up to tell it every time somebody fills out this form, send that person that mail piece in the mail, whether it's a postcard, an invite, whether it's them just sending out that relocation kit or information on a property or on a car or vehicle. But you have some options here. That's one thing you could do. You can also do the same thing with automation with SMS messaging. So you could have somebody fill out your lead form and then immediately follow through with them with an automated SMS message. And what's cool about this is you could literally set up rules in your SMS to where if the person sends you a question or let's say you said, hey, what did you think about the webinar you just watched? And they get the SMS and they said, I liked it. And so you can set up a rule that says if that phone number, when they text back to it, and I'll just say like here, has a message that contains I liked it, then you can set up a rule to say, I want to auto reply to that text message with, that is awesome. Here is the link to get started, right? And then what this does is this automatically does your follow-up for you through SMS messaging. And you can set up these rules to do things like move an email over to somebody or send them out a postcard or send a voice message to them. And so this is the automation part that helps you warm up those leads. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because you get trained on this when you get your account set up with Pixwalla. But I want you to know that this is maybe a whole new realm for you in your business. You may have been looking for a way to glue all the pieces together where it makes sense, and this is the system, Pixwalla, because now you can put this pixel on your website, you can generate more data from it. The data you generate, you can engage in using these automated tools that are set up with this automated rule sets that are handling things behind the scenes, and literally it's set and forget marketing. You set it up one time, you plug it in, and then it's running automatically in the background for your business. And there is no business out there, and I'm telling you, if you own a business, you know you can go out and try to hire people to do this. You can go out and spend thousands of dollars. You can bring a college kid in and pay him, $3,000 a month or $2,000 a month to try to figure this all out. Or you could just purchase this platform today, set it up, and be up and running, and it's as if you have 10 employees working for you doing all this, and there's not even a single employee in the room. It's all automated. And so I'm going to invite you right now to click the button below this video, and it's going to take you to an area where you can get started with this technology. Get it set up for your business. You're going to love it. You're going to love working with us. Once we help you get this all set up and it's running, you're going to sit back and go, this is super cool. So that's my invite for each one of you. Click the button below and let's get started. It's going to be a ton of fun.